Hi guys, how are you? I just I couldn't sleep. I thought I'd come on here and see who's still up. I'll bet. But yeah, I just want to see if anybody was still up yet. But anybody been watching the movement today down there in DC? Maybe everybody's in bed where I should be. I'll sit here for a few minutes, see if everybody's in bed. But no, I watched a little bit of that movement today and went to a lot of them channels and you really can't get any information out of them what's going on. But I don't know what's going on. You asked them to why ain't there people know about their movement? And heck, I got timed out twice for asking. But hi, Miss Blue Moon. Uh, yeah, Jasper might be going to bed now. I don't hear him. Uh, but no, I just thought I'd come out and see who's all still up. Uh, I wasn't feeling like going to bed yet. And I just want to see if anybody was watching the movement today. See what they've got out of it. Uh, if anybody heard about the trains going to be shut down tomorrow, I think there's some air flights going to be canceled tomorrow. At least that's what I'm hearing. But yeah, I asked Brian if he wanted to come on here and explain about the movement. I ain't heard back from him. But they seem like really good people. But yeah, every time I asked them about their movement down there, they're yelling that there's nobody showing up. But if you're willing to help them, try to use your platform to get people in there. They don't. They can't see my comments or something. I don't know. I just thought I'd come on here and see if anybody else knowed what was going on. But hi, T. Lee. Yeah, I should be in bed. But that's what happens when you get too much sugar. You get wound up all night. Uh, but no, I thought I'd come on here and ask anybody if they watched that movement today. Everything that I commented in there, sometimes, boy, they get really mean. I got timed out twice. But yeah, they must not want anybody to know about that movement down there. I said, Teely's going to kill us if she comes on. She's probably supposed to be in bed. But yeah, no, I was watching it pretty good today. I was on a lot of them people stream down there, but I ain't getting no answers out of them. And then they say, well, you got to get a hold of the main office. Well, you go over to the main office and we'll start looking them up. You don't, they don't have everything posted there. Like, and then you go back to the stream and they're like, well, I can't tell you. And then all at once you get blocked out. But yeah, I don't know what their deal is down there. It just seems like I figure, I think it's the 26th. They keep saying it's going to be a big day. But, yeah, I don't know what to deal with. But, I talked to one of them, this morning and last night about, since they had boots on the ground down there, tell us what was going on, because they're wanting to come back to the movement this week. But I was supposed to come on earlier, but I got busy. And but no, I just thought I'd see if anybody else watched any of that streaming going on today down there. But yeah, it seems like they don't want to talk about it. And if you mention that in your chat, in their chat, you get blocked constantly. Edna asked him after I did, and she got timed out for probably half hour. So they don't want anybody to know what's going on down there, I guess. But Miz, I already fixed my hair. Yeah, if anybody don't know, the only reason I wear this hat is for Miz. She's wanting this hat. She said this hair would look good on her head. I like it on mine because mine's all gray. What little bit that I don't shave off. Usually when I cut the gray off, and then I got the black covering all the gray up, so. Yeah, you might as well call this hat Mrs. Hat. But no, it's just like last night I went over to David's and asked him about the movement, and he's like, well, you wouldn't catch me in DC, okay? But everybody joined the convoy, and the convoy wouldn't go down in there. But after Santa took it over, they went down in there, and nothing's happening to them. So what's going on? That's what I said. I don't know what's going on down there. It seems like they don't want any help advertising. So I think I'm just going to give up on them for helping try to advertise. Like I said, I got timed out 4 or 5 times in there today. But hi, Pops. If anybody wants me to drop the link, I'll drop the link. But yeah, I just don't know what's going on down there. Like I said, I talked to Brian there on the phone. He's down there in Florida, and I think he subbed to us. But I thought he was going to come on and tell us about what's going on down there. But if he don't, he don't. Like I said, I went to a lot of them, and me and a few people, and we got timed out. I'm trying to drop the link. But yeah, I don't know what the deal is with that movement. Like I said, I tried to Hi, Travis. Why don't you come up here and answer some questions for me? At least somebody. I get to the back room.
Well, why do you torture yourself and keep going down there?
Huh? I don't know. I'm done going down there now.
Well, after being beat up a few times, I guess I would be too.
No, that don't make sense, does it?
Maybe they don't want anybody to know, Larry.
Now I think that's the whole point. They don't want anybody to know, but like I said, I got in their chats today, and that's like I did it last week too, and everybody said I ain't even heard about that movement. And then if you say anything and then you put it in the chat, well, I even tried to take the what I put in the chat back, and they wouldn't even give it back to me. I was like, man, what's going on? So there's something going on.
I wouldn't worry about it.
Yeah, I ain't. Like I said, I just thought I'd come on here and see if anybody else got any information. I know I didn't. I'm tired of messing with it.
Well, all I know, Larry, is I've been watching. Nobody else is talking about it. Only you. Um, so I wouldn't worry about it. Let them do their own thing. It
Yeah,
doesn't
but
look like they're doing anything about anything anyway, because if they were, they'd be on everybody's chats. Somebody would be speaking about it, not just you.
yeah, but what hurts my feelings is it's like they put them GoFundMe's up, and then our people and everybody else is donating to it, and it's like I know they need money to get back and forth, but it seems like everything that happens, that's what they need, and people keep donating, but they won't give them any information.
Why are they donating to begin with if they're not even advertising their movement? And then, I mean,
Well, that's
something's
what
fishy in downtown. Let's just say it like that.
yeah, and it ain't like I was trying to put the truckers down. It's just now they got somebody down there, and they've been there 11 or 12 days, but nobody even wants you to talk about it. So you just might as well forget about it. That's what I'd say.
Well, don't talk about it then.
Yeah, it just seems like that. Oh, hi, Travis.
Hey, what's up, Larry?
I'll tell you what, I don't know about that movement down there. I
I
just
don't know
gave
either.
up. Boy, they're
Yeah,
just too mean.
I was having trouble finding anything too much on it too.
Hey,
But
Travis.
How are you?
Crazy. Tired.
We've all a little bit crazy, or we wouldn't be surviving any of this mess, right?
Oh, that's true.
and that,
That's true. Did
but
either one of
no,
y'all
I just
watch
thought,
LWN tonight?
What's that?
Did either one of y'all watch LWN tonight?
Yeah, I
yeah.
napped through most of it.
I love Mike, but I can't stand Tammy.
Oh, I
Just
like them
can't.
all.
No, not me. I mean, whoa.
But no, I probably should have been in bed, but I still had too much energy. I said, I wonder who else is still on. And I
Right.
didn't find anybody. So I just thought, well, I just come on and see who's still up.
Only the nuts are.
I mean, the nuts are, it's still digging.
Anyway,
I did see some more on that up there and about that girl in Ohio.
yeah. So
I
did
knew.
I. That's been all over the place. In fact, it's even been on TV.
Yeah, I said, well, I didn't get the whole story about it after I found it the other night. Now I think the mother and the other kids all from there now, the way they're talking.
I don't know. I didn't catch that. I did catch that it's the boyfriend of the mother who is an illegal alien, and he's 27 years old. This hasn't been just a one-time thing. It's been going on for months. And she's protecting her boyfriend.
That's what I heard too. That's crazy.
But the part
Exactly.
that I heard is they said they sold her all the way to get in here. So
Well,
it's hard to
my
tell.
personal feelings is mama and boyfriend both can go to jail for a very long time.
I
I
agree. But no, like I said, I went over to David's last night and asked about it, and I kind of upset him because I was asking him about it, it seemed like. And I said, well, it's time to leave here. And I was just trying to get a question asked, and David's like, well, you wouldn't catch me down there. But, I think we're going to have to start somewhere. We're either going to have to start at our own capitals, or, if we can't go down there, we need to start doing it for our states.
Right. I think it all needs to be brought back to the states anyway, and the people need to be voting on it instead of politicians, and all of it, every bit of it.
Yeah. But
Okay,
yeah,
hey guys, hold it. We have two conversations going on because I was on one and you guys are on another. Where are we at?
We just bounce around.
well, I just bounce around.
Oh, dude, don't bounce around on me tonight because my brain's not working out well tonight. If you'd been a little earlier, I could have caught on, but not tonight, not this late.
Oh, we figure you'll have some. You probably have a lot of Mountain Dews or sugar tea.
I quit drinking Mountain Dew
Pepsi.
a little over a year before they fired me. And now I'm drinking peppermint green tea. And yes, darling, I do have a lot of sugar in that. Something's got to make me sweet.
I like raspberry blast tea.
I don't know about that. Never had that, but I like Lipton raspberry tea. I think it's Lipton. I'm not sure. Oh, hang on. I got an empty bottle right here. It's Pure Leaf raspberry tea. That might be Lipton.
That's good stuff.
Yeah, well, I like that. I'll drink that over almost anything. Though I did have a Dr. Pepper today, and that was really good.
Yeah, I couldn't do without my coffee.
You had a pretty good crowd the other night, Travis.
That wasn't bad.
Yeah, you had a pretty big crowd in there.
When?
Yeah.
Tonight?
Night before last.
Oh. Sorry, I had to go to bed.
Yeah, he had a pretty good crowd in there. But no, I just thought tell everybody I'm done trying to look up what's going on down there because, like I said, it just seems like I should have stayed where I was at on the regular platforms that we all been on.
Yeah. I don't know. It looks to me like the whole world's going mad.
Well, tomorrow the trains and planes are supposed to quit, and then planes are all getting delayed right now.
Oh, I saw a headline on YouTube that said, stock up now because food shortages start in September. I'm like, yeah, okay, whatever.
Well, people's got to realize all our goods comes on trains.
And planes.
But you know the whole story about that. If they shut that down, that's just so they can push that new Green Deal. That's what I'd say.
Well,
Yeah.
the West Virginia just gave them a huge blow to the federal government, and my hopes is that it'll domino effect. That ruling that West Virginia against the EPA, West Virginia won that, and
What, Travis? You're gonna
they
have
can't.
to spill it better
Okay,
than that.
the West Virginia sued the EPA in the Supreme Court because it's overreach. They can't write laws. So now it has to go back. It's going to be kicked back to the states, and the states can write their own regulatory laws, like on coal mines and stuff.
Oh, good.
That could be a
Yeah,
good thing.
Yeah, it's a huge win, and it actually is going to neuter a lot of those three-letter agencies' opinion, because
Oh,
now
yeah.
because they're going in there and they're writing regulations that's not constitutional. So the states have the rights to regulate those things now. So I'm hoping this is going to be a huge deal.
And that's
Well,
where, go ahead.
I was just gonna say that if if they've done that, then they just neutered who too.
Yes, all three-letter agencies took a beat.
Yep.
Yeah, but it could be big. I mean, the overreach of powers. The federal government has gotten to the point they're overreaching, and this is a win for us. You know,
Well, we've
and
had a bunch of wins this last month for
we
us.
have, and we don't need to give up though. We have to keep fighting. When it comes back to the states, we need to make our politicians bring the votes to these kind of things to the people and not to the politicians, because the politicians have got corporations in their pocket, and we don't need that.
Yeah, well, somebody needs to get Nancy out of office right now because, I mean, holy crap, man.
But she's senile. She's senile. Well, look how much money they made last week on this microchip stuff.
Yeah, like I said, she needs to be out of office. In fact, her butt needs to be in jail, just like Martha Stewart was sitting in jail because of her.
Yep.
No, that's exactly right.
Larry, in fact,
but,
every one of them need to be sitting in jail, and that includes AOC.
Well, there's probably a bunch on our side that need to be in there too.
Oh, honey, I know there is.
I know. I don't
I
know.
mean, they go in dirt poor, and they come out with a little bit of money in their pocket. Yeah, they all need to be going to jail.
I think a whole bunch.
Yeah, I think it's more than just. Let's see how many millionaires are in Congress.
Yeah, how did they get to be millionaires if they weren't getting a little payback?
Yeah, but they
illegal.
What I don't understand is they got to put $3 million up just to get voted in.
Well, that usually comes from donations. Well, it doesn't say what the 117th is, but the 116th says. Let's see here. Most of them are worth more than $40 million. This is from 2019.
Huh. I don't know where she went. Must have dropped out.
They're not going to tell us They're not going to tell us how many, but I'll bet you all of them are if they've been in there more than 4 years. On a $171,000 salary. A 174. Oh no, that's not right. Hang on.
You're up there, Keely. Oh, her service ain't very good.
Uh-oh.
There it is. Nope, she dropped out.
Maybe she'll get her service back here in a minute.
I think it's her telephone.
That could be. There she is.
Yeah, her telephone dropped out probably 6 or 7 times the other night.
Oh, wow.
And I think she has to put that Bluetooth on it and then it does something to it. There
Possibly.
she is. She's got good bars.
All right, guys.
Yep.
We can hear you.
It's what you get for living in a trailer. Just saying.
I hear you.
Well, this is the first time I really thought, I didn't know I could do it out of the camper, and the camper works pretty good.
I thought that looked like you were in the camper the other night.
Yeah, but yeah,
Maybe you got moved to, I thought maybe you got moved to the doghouse, Ed, and it done throwed you out there.
nah. She wouldn't have anybody to do the dishes then.
You
I
go.
would still throw your butt out there. Make you do
That'll
dishes
stir
and
her up.
then go out.
Yeah, that would probably stir her up, me telling her I'm doing the dishes all the time.
We're gonna have you in trouble, aren't we?
Uh-huh.
I'll be sleeping in the trailer.
There you go.
But no, I went over to Brian's that young boy that was down there this morning, talked with them and talked to him the other night, but he was supposed to come on here and have an interview with me, but I didn't get on in time. But he was going to tell us what their movement and stuff was about, but never did hear from him.
Okay, well, the Times News says 50% of all congressmen are millionaires at this point.
And each and every one of them need to have their butts be sitting in jail somewhere. I don't care if it's in their state or if it's in DC. I really don't care, but they all need to be sitting in jail.
I agree.
After they disperse some of that money that they obviously have taken in the name of I don't know what.
Well, we're going to need it for them real expensive cheeseburgers.
Dude, I went to McDonald's the other day for a small hamburger, no pickle, small fry. You don't want to know how much that cost me?
$10.
Almost $8. I'm like, for what?
Yep.
I didn't realize they took the double cheeseburger and the McChicken off the dollar menu.
Well, the 4-piece chicken is still on the dollar menu, I thought. That's what I thought I saw today.
No, I'm talking about McChicken.
Oh, I don't know about that.
So
The sandwich.
Psyop Pop had an interesting comment there. It says, well, as I see if no one believes in in your Constitution, your freedom, or the 1776 resurrection movement, or Santa, you're not a true American. Is that what that's what he's pushing, is the Constitution, correct?
Yeah, he is pushing the Constitution, but like I said the other night, either you or me, and it's just like it don't matter whose platform it is. It's like when I talked to you before, you was like, I never heard of it. Well,
Right.
I went to Mike's, I went to Diamond Wells. I went to all these other platforms, and it's like that's the first time I heard of it. I went up. D Dog was on here, and D Dog didn't even know it was going on. But that's what I said. I still think it's more than what you think. I think it's like X-ray. X-ray never did come back on, and I still say it's something else that's bigger than what you think. We ain't gonna hear the whole story. No one knows about it, and they don't wanna. They don't want to advertise it. It ain't. I don't believe in him, because this is the first time. It's funny how he's the first one that's able to get down in there.
Right.
You know, they're saying they shouldn't have went in there because it's on foreign ground, and that's what David and them said. And that's what I said. I wasn't trying to go over to his place and get him stirred up, but I was
Well,
just wondering why ain't anybody pushing the movement.
well, that's a good question. And see, that's another reason that kind of makes me a little bit leery about going to Washington, is because it's not on American soil. So what rights do we not have there, and what rights do we have there? I mean, is
Well,
Well, you don't have the constitutional rights on somebody else's soil. Period.
that's my worry. That's my biggest concern right there.
well, that's like D said. D Dog said practically the same thing. If you don't know that Constitution in and out, uh, I mean, and that's what I said. I wouldn't want to go there, but you know, if they're doing what they say they're going to do, I would support them. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Even if I had to do it for my own state.
Right.
Well, I don't know about what's going on down there. It sounds fishy to me. Just saying. I mean, if they were on the up and up, wouldn't they want everybody knowing, no matter how small the channel or how
That
large the channel? Wouldn't they want
yeah,
everybody to know?
you would think. And that's why I thought the other night to come and ask you guys about it. Because, like I said, I don't want to get people hurt down there, especially if somebody had went down there. And, I mean, you got to have people down there planning on being peaceful.
Right.
You can't send people there if they ain't going to be peaceful. Yeah, they can say they'll be peaceful, but some people gets triggered faster.
Yeah, like me whenever I'm getting irritated with people.
And
Just saying.
yeah, and that's understandable, and that's what I was trying to explain to people. That ain't everybody's go or to go down there, because them agitators has been out there stirring at them with the bicycle and the whistles, and that's what I said. If you got the wrong person down there, it could ruin it for everybody.
Well, and you're always gonna run the risk of somebody being in there that you don't want there in the first place. That they're just there to get you in trouble.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. And that's why I said, if they don't want it to advertise, I'm done advertising. I'm tired of asking.
Yeah. And,
All
and
right, well, then let's change the subject on it.
Okay. Do you got a subject?
Honey, I'm a woman. I always have subjects. What would you
Okay.
like to talk about?
I got one. Have you heard any more about the signs in New York? It's in
About
Walmart.
okay, what was it, Larry?
The signs in Walmart about the nuclear thing that they're setting up.
Yeah, there's a
Oh,
whole bunch
down in
of
New York City. You know, that just irks my butt all over the place. I mean, seriously, when we were kids, grade school, middle school, we were out in the hall or up underneath our desks we didn't have these commercials like this, you know, not for a nuclear scare. I mean,
Yeah.
really hold your breath until you get in the building. Seriously?
I still
I'm
say though, go ahead.
I'm sorry, I just see that as stupid because people have panic attacks. They're gonna be huffing and puffing. I mean, plus you got the asthmatic people, people on oxygen. They don't think when they put out these commercials.
Yeah, that's scary. But I just think everybody should not be worried about it. But it's just
Well,
like trying to think of his name. Uh, but he just put a show out just a few minutes ago talking about United States and Russia shot a missile and it was it was successful. What I understood.
I don't know about that. I mean, we're
It was
supposed to
blowing.
have a scare before all this turns up, if I remember correctly. And besides that, I'm just saying, no, this stuff is just getting too deep. People are just going over on the deep end here.
But that's the whole point. They want to scare us all.
yeah, and I gotta send you a couple videos, Larry, because there's another guy that's got another point, and he's referencing Infowars. You watch any of his stuff?
Uh, no, not really.
I like him, but I can't ever find him no more. So
Yeah,
I don't
you
even
almost
try
have to.
it.
Yeah, you almost have to subscribe to the website to get it.
Oh, then I ain't gonna do it.
Right, right. But I'll start. I'll send that stuff. I can send that stuff out too.
But it seems like every night that Lewis on there, he's always breaking out pretty good news, I think. Yeah, I think he's putting out pretty good news.
See, and I keep something else I keep hearing about. Maybe you guys can help me out. They turned all the cameras off on these. Is it the airports, the airplanes? What is it?
It, uh, it was cameras on, I seen something about that.
I've seen a
Uh,
bunch of stuff on it, and even MonkeyWorks did a video on it, but I can't find it.
but it was in New York, wasn't it?
Oh, it's on the east and west coast now, all over.
What was it?
The cameras on the aviation cameras. Is it only for the airports now, or was that? I mean, I just don't know.
Oh, I don't know. I haven't heard anything about that.
Okay. Well, I don't know what the significance is, but I know a lot of people were upset about it, so I don't know.
But I say all week we're going to see big things happen.
Well, Tuesday is supposed to be a big day, but nobody will say why.
Well, I think it's this week, and I could very well be wrong, that the prophets were talking about.
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Yeah.
What is Tuesday? What's the number on Tuesday? 6 what?
Tuesday will be the 19th, but it has
6.
something to do with. Okay, I guess World War II started on Tuesday. That's
Yeah, that could be because it did start in
there's
June or July.
there was three things that they said were that were significant about it. Okay, Edna's telling me the 21st, and you're probably right. I went through so much information today that it's all scrambled eggs in my head.
That's the way mine
Well,
gets sometimes. And that's why I said I'm about ready to give up for a
supposed
while.
to be full of it.
Yeah, you can only cram so much, and then it makes you crazy. I got booted over here. There we go.
Yeah, she's back in the red. There she is.
I used to listen to the news all the time, but not anymore.
Well, you know what? I used to too, and I quit watching TV for a long, long time. But I started watching the news for the things because they're putting out bits and pieces of truth now. And if we don't know what the other side's going to do, then we're kind of setting ourselves up. This new,
Well,
this new gun,
there
this new gun grab thing that they're going after is going to be horrendous. We're not even going to have a pistol anymore.
there is that, but there's also the simple fact that, oh, Lord have mercy, I cannot stand being lied to that much. I mean, seriously. I mean,
Well,
when Neil Cavuto back on 2020 um, called the election for Biden, and it was just barely what 10 o'clock that night.
yeah,
Yeah.
I was like, that's it.
yeah.
And then I did watch news periodically until January the 6th, and after that it was like, nope, I'm done. I can't do it no more.
I can't wait. I can't wait to see that new television in DC work.
The new what?
Television that they're building.
What is that about?
Yeah, really.
It, Nancy Drew and them was talking about it, and I think it was on Mike's. It's a big TV that they're supposed to put something on. That thing on the back, it's a big white thing. That's a television screen.
Interesting.
That's what I heard. So maybe we'll see something 26. I don't know.
Okay, now did anybody figure out why Trump was in DC?
The 26th, and he's supposed to be in DC the 26th.
Yeah.
Oh, is it the 26th?
I think so.
Okay, because I'm a little ahead of myself. I knew Ivana had passed,
Right.
Yeah.
and he was probably more than likely taking care of that, or his kids were taking care of that, whoever, you know. But I just caught he's going to be, or he is in DC. So
Yeah,
it
I've
was
been.
like a kind of a passing kind of thing. You catch something, but you didn't catch it all.
Right. Yeah.
Did you guys watch Nancy Drew's video?
No.
You know, I start to watch her stuff, but I can't because the dang camera is bouncing all over the place and it makes me sick.
She put a new one out a little bit ago.
Yeah, that's the one I tried to watch and I couldn't watch it because it was bouncing.
But I think she shows that television set too.
Yeah, Edna says the 26th Trump is going to speak in DC. So I was pretty sure that today. I've got it marked on my calendar.
I wonder what he's going to speak about.
Well, I don't know. That'll be an interesting speech.
But did you guys see where the senators came into DC and they did that big speech the other day about the fentanyl?
No, I missed it.
I
That was-
caught some of it, but not a whole lot.
That was a good speech that all them guys came in there and they said, we're ready to push them guys straight back into the water. I guess he told a story about some woman, her two boys went to a party and they was at a party at a hotel, and then one of them boys got a hold of that fentanyl, and they just put a little taste on their tongue or something like that, and she lost both of her kids that night. But it's like they caught that one guy with they caught three of them this week with all that fentanyl, and they let him out the same day.
Yeah, the ones in California.
Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't even charge them any bail money.
Nope.
Of course not.
No charges. Let them go. It was enough to kill millions of people.
That's okay, guys. Chill out because it won't be too long before all those people, all those drug runners and stuff, are going to have a one-way ticket either out of this country or straight to hell.
I hope you're right.
I hope so too.
Oh, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure I'm right on that one. And I don't think
Well,
it's going to be too much longer. I mean,
well,
considering the fact, and here I'm bringing up the prophets again, but one of the prophets was talking about the end of July, but another well-known prophet is talking about no later than October. So anywhere between the end of July and the end of October, I think we're going to have our president back where he belongs.
I
So,
like to live. What is that?
What would be,
Life and
what would be the process, Teely?
that process is actually already been started from what I understand, and that's Arizona, well, all these states decertifying their election of 2020,
Yes, ma'am.
and how he walks back in, I don't know. I don't have that type of knowledge,
Well,
but
and,
I
and I
know
was,
if they decertify, they
yeah,
have to redo everything. I think the military has to do something. I'm not real sure about that because it's never been done before.
that's
So,
exactly right. So we're in uncharted territories, and I agree with you 100%. So and this is what I've gotten stuck in my mind. I've listened to some of these other people say that the Supreme Court has already overturned the
I've
2020
heard
election.
that.
Okay,
I've
well,
heard that.
so,
yeah.
so if you know what the Supreme Court does, they only say whether it's constitutional or not constitutional. And if they say it's not constitutional, it goes back to the states, and then each state gets one vote. Now
One vote.
that's the way I'm understanding it, and I'm trying to look at it from a constitutional side because some of the other stuff that these guys are saying just don't make any sense to me.
Well, I tell you what, I've heard that one about it goes back to states and each state gets one vote. Doesn't matter how big they are or how small they are, they get
Right.
one vote.
One vote.
That's exactly the
Yeah.
way I was been told. And other than that, we're in uncharted territory. You are correct.
And the other thing is the people, whoever's doing election, which I mean whoever's voting, which I assume is the governor in each state. I don't know for sure, but I
Probably.
I think
Probably.
it's the governor, and that governor has to go by what the people
Voted
want.
for. Well,
Yeah,
they don't have to. That's another problem that like these what do they call them? Super PACs, where these blue states go in and vote blue, whether their people vote blue or not.
yeah.
But if they do that, we got to get those people out of there. If they don't vote the way their state did, then you're right. They need to go anyway. You know how many politicians I think should stay in office the next two elections?
5.
Zero. No, because I think we even need the good ones to go because we need to send the message. Now, okay, your Matt Gaetz and your Rand Pauls and stuff, we can put those back in there later. But for now, I think every single one of them has to be thrown out. I don't think we'll ever send a big enough message if we don't just shoot them all out.
Well, see, there again, I don't know what's going to happen in November unless we have a paper ballot. I think we're just going to be stuck with all these idiots again.
But
I'll be back here in just a little bit, guys.
Okay.
okay. But I'm not real sure. I don't know. I don't think all of them need to go because we need to have some that know what they're doing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I'd
But
say about 6 of them or 5 of them.
yeah, 5 or 6 need to stay, but that's about it. And only on a limited basis, you know.
You know, since this here has all started in the last 2 years, I think a lot of people's learned a lot of things.
You know what? Up until this last weekend, I thought you might be right, but I was at a family party
Julie,
and
can I,
masks were worn. Am I
can
breaking up
I,
again?
no, can I stop you for a minute? I'm going to get and plug my phone in.
Go for it.
Okay.
So, ladies and gentlemen, on the other side, it's just me right now, so I don't know what I'm going to talk about. I can tell you about my garden. It's doing pretty good. Um, oh man, am I going to have tomatoes later? Oh Lord, have mercy. I got 8 tomato plants. 4 of them Rama, 4 of them is the beefsteak. And let me tell you, they're loaded. They're small right now, but they're loaded. And my green peppers, oh man, about my thumb size, which is not saying a whole lot because they're small. They're real small. They better start growing here shortly.
I'm back.
It's a good thing because I was running out of things to say. I probably could have thought about some more stuff, but you know.
Yeah, I'm back. But, no, what I was saying is, in the last few, maybe year and a half, I think everybody's learned something.
Well, like I was saying, Larry, I don't think they have. And I know one of these boys, which is 20, late 20s, early 30s. He might even be mid 30s. I don't know. Anyway, him, his girlfriend, his brother, his girlfriend. I mean, these people at a family gathering are wearing masks. Really? That tells me right there, not only are we not getting through, but I don't think they're learning anything.
But, you know, that's a part of the reason why the trains and the planes is stopping too. Because those guys can't get the oxygen that they need when they're up in the air, and only thing it does is shut the oxygen off to their brain and they can't think.
Well, first of all, they don't. They should have never taken those shots to begin with, okay? No pilot should have taken that shot because they could be up in the air and have a massive heart attack.
Yeah.
And or they could be literally landing a plane and having a massive heart attack. I mean, and if you got 2 of them that's been jabbed sitting there side by side, who's to say they both won't have a
But
massive heart attack?
did you
And then,
see?
go ahead.
Ahead. Did you
No,
see where the 2 planes crashed head on a collision a little bit ago?
no, I have not seen that, Larry, because like I said, I don't watch a whole lot of news. I mean, I watched some yesterday, I believe it was.
But this is, I think it was somewhere up there where you're at. I'm not sure, but it's just odd.
I haven't seen anything, and I don't know anything about plane crashes tonight. I'll tell you that right now, other than my own plane crash that
You
happens
know,
every
it
night.
could have been just the news saying that and nothing. Because whatever they say, it's the opposite.
Usually.
Yeah, it's just like everything that you hear, you find out. Well, if they tell you the grass is freaking green, I mean, it might be blue. You know, it's hard to tell what they're going to say, and whatever they say, it's backwards.
Yeah.
But
Well, you know, one thing I didn't know you could do up here in New York
what?
is actually grow Kentucky bluegrass. I was out, I don't know where I was, and I happened to look over and I saw bluegrass instead of green grass. I'm going, no, that's Kentucky bluegrass, you know.
Yeah.
I didn't think you could grow it up here. I didn't think it was warm enough, long enough to grow it up here, you know.
Well, it depends when it was planted. You know what I'm saying? If you plant that in the winter, and by spring, it'll be set in the ground, and it'll eventually grow.
See, honey, I don't know nothing about bluegrass.
Yeah,
Actually, I don't know anything about grass.
but
So I'm just like, okay, I didn't know that. And I was like, okay. And I didn't know until tonight, or this afternoon, I should say, there is more than one birch. There's a regular birch, and there's a white birch. Didn't
yeah,
know that. But I do now, and I like that regular birch. The
but
white birch is pretty, don't get me wrong. But I do like the regular birch. But if I got the white birch, I could do some crafts with it. Maybe
do what?
books.
What
Crafts. Do
crafts with
some type of craft with it.
it? Yeah, with the bark.
Yeah. Yeah, because the boys had to do an Indian thing when they were in grade school, and the teacher would send them home a whole bunch of white birch.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm like, I can do stuff with that.
But we got one of those white birches that's down over the hill here, and it's about maybe 5 foot big around, and it grows
Wow.
along the. It's growing along the creek, and you probably got a 6 foot tall hole in it. You could probably put like 8 people inside that tree. It's the neatest tree.
Wow.
But I said it's probably been there probably over 100 years.
Could be. I would just like to have a couple of them. I mean, I think the white birch is really neat because not every tree you can pull their bark off and it grow new, you know?
Yeah.
And I think that is just so neat.
But yeah, no, I just thought I'd come on, and I wasn't trying to get anybody out of bed. I just wanted to see if I came on, if anybody wanted to come on and I don't know, talk about their day or whatever. But I know there's just so much news that you can't cover.
Well, I wasn't in bed, but I was seriously considering heading that way. But I was just sitting there going through the phone, watching the different YouTube movies. Here lately, I've been on this kick of, I don't know if they're Japanese or Chinese movies. I think they're Japanese. And of course, it's got to have, you know, translation there.
I like watching John Wayne movies on mine.
John Wayne movies, man, I knew every movie. I knew every word to almost every one of his movies. There were some of the ones that like early 50s, late 40s that I didn't know. But man, I tell you what, uh, what was that? What was the movie with John Wayne, Dean Martin, and Elvis Presley?
Yeah.
I love that movie. Of course, Elvis Presley can't act worth crap, but you know, he was still good to look at,
But no,
especially in
go
cowboy
ahead.
boots.
Yeah. But no, I just thought I'd come on here and just pick at everybody, see what they seen today. And they probably seen the same thing that I did.
Are
Nothing.
you
Huh?
are you gonna
No.
make me start watching the news just to know what's going
No.
on?
No, I was just wondering if everybody seen what I seen today. You know, I had a few of us go down there to DC and try to get in them chats and try to figure out what was going on, if they'd let us know why ain't they getting any coverage or anything.
Larry, I don't think they want the coverage, honey. I wouldn't
Yeah,
worry
that
about it. There's something going on down there. They don't know. I think it's a cover up. And I don't
yeah,
think,
but
yeah, they may have CDLs and they may be truck drivers, but something's fishy on that end. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't
well,
worry about it.
that's what I'm finding out, especially when you tell them, say, well, why ain't you went to other streamers, and they say, well, we shouldn't have to. If you like freedom, you should be here.
No, not necessarily. No, not necessarily. Are you still there, by the way?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay, my phone did something strange.
But no, that's what I'm hearing them say, and that's what I said. Uh, that's what I'm hearing them say, and it's like, okay, you don't want anybody to cover you, but you want people there. It don't make sense.
Right.
So I guess if you don't want anybody talk about or cover it, they must not want people. But they're saying, well, if you like freedom, don't you? You better get your butt here. But they're saying there's 500 trucks and 200 cars on the way this week.
Yeah, right. I
So
am
I guess
sorry, but we haven't heard anything about the convoy down in New York. I mean, and DC. We haven't heard anything. And now they're trying to tell us there's like 200 more
yeah, but
vehicles coming. I'm not sure about that, Larry.
you know the fishy part about that is they don't want anybody to go down there, but you can go to Bunker Hill and follow them in.
Yeah, not
You,
happening.
you know why would
Something's
I
wrong
go?
with that.
Why would? Because they said they can't have no trucks down there, but you can go to Bunker Hill and uh get trucked in down there by people, but it don't make sense why people would want to drive clear to Bunker Hill when they can still pay for their parking because I think they said it was $8 for 3 hours or $10 every 3 hours,
Yeah, I wouldn't be paying that.
but on Sunday you get to park for free.
Woohoo!
But no, but no, it's just odd all day today. It's like, well, if you like your freedom, you better show up. But
No, you don't show up unless you know what's going on. They're not telling anybody what's going on, so they can keep on doing what they're doing, and we can just keep on doing what we're doing, which I hope everybody is praying nightly for America.
oh yeah, I agree. But I can't see who's in the chat. But no, I was just wondering if anybody's seen anything today. That's all I was wondering.
No, I haven't seen anything today because I haven't watched TV at all.
But no, I just thought if they need coverage, they should be going to all these small channels. But today I tried to go to all their channels, and they's like, I don't know, they're just very mean. Every time I asked them, they was like timing me out, and I said, well, I'll just unsubscribe from you because I was just asking a question.
I like the governor of Florida too, Ron DeSantis. Yeah. Oh, I did hear something about the Texas governor that I thought this guy was supposed to be a pretty good guy, but I think he's getting a kickback.
That's like the statement you said last night about Pelosi going to Florida. I don't think she's going to Florida.
Well, she bought a house down there in Florida. Her and her husband bought a house down there. And from what I understand, it's a gated place. Of course, it would be gated. But from what I understand, that is where they are headed after she leaves DC. But my personal opinion, her butt should be headed straight to jail.
Yeah, I don't know where she's going to go, but I don't think they want her down there.
They don't. In fact, DeSantis said something, I don't know if it was 6 months ago or a year ago or what, that the illegals that are coming into his country,
Yeah.
he's gonna bus them right straight to her house,
I heard that
and they
today
could
too.
camp out there, huh?
I heard that today too.
So I'm hoping
can-
things change here shortly. But my shortly and God's shortly are two different shortlies.
But I hope they take them to whoever did bring them in there. Take them, let them. Maybe Pelosi can give them some ice cream. It seemed like they all love ice cream.
Almost everybody loves ice cream. It just depends on which kind. I mean, like, I don't eat green ice cream. I don't care what kind it is. I will not eat green ice cream. I won't eat green jello either. But vanilla I'll eat, and sometimes I'll eat chocolate. But don't try to put vanilla, chocolate, and strawberry together and have me eat it, because I won't eat it. I'm not that kind.
But I don't think we got too much longer to wait. I think it's coming sooner or later.
What, the ice cream or our president coming back?
Our president, I don't think it's going to be too much longer because there's too much stuff dropping right now.
What is that supposed to mean? I'm a believer in the movement and I won't be a part of a non-believer's bye. That's fine. I don't care.
Well, I'm saying, like, no one wanted to cover Hunter, but now everybody's covering it and finding out, well, that was true. Well, we all knew that was true. A lot of that stuff that they was talking about, we all knew it was true. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's like the Maxwell case. We all knew that was true. So why?
The what case? Larry, the what case?
Maxwell case.
Oh, yeah. Well, there's a lot of things that are true. I mean, her getting 20 years, that irks me, okay? Because this woman should actually be put to death. Period.
Well, there's people that was caught in that mess with just one person, and they would get 80 to 100 years,
Exactly.
And
That's what I'm saying. She needs to be put to death.
I still say she ran her mouth on him, and that's what stirred it up.
You're probably right.
Uh, but I seen a list was put out today or yesterday. They was talking. It was on another show. They was talking about some of the people she probably told on, and it's possibility, but I'm not sure. But are you still there,
Yeah,
T.A.?
I'm still here. I'm listening.
But yeah, I don't know. I would just say just try to keep your eyes around your surroundings and keep the faith of God. That's the only thing I can tell you. Because, like I said, I I just say we'll see something sooner or later. We waited this long, just might as well wait to the end of the month or next month or the month after.
Well, if Trump, well, I know Trump is coming back because God's already said he's coming back. And so I'm going to believe that. When? I don't know. End of October is a strong possibility. Anytime
I
between
say
now and the end of October is from what I'm understanding. I
I
don't know.
say he'll be back. I would say somewhere around the first.
Of August?
Yeah, it's hard to tell.
I'll see. I don't see that happening in August.
Depends what he says this week.
Well, that's true because I'd like to know why he's going to DC.
Well, that's what I tried to figure out. Why would he even go there? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I have
But
no
then
clue
again,
why.
why is Obama still in the area down there? I mean, seriously?
But he has a house down there, don't he?
From what I understand, he's supposed to be renting it, but I've never heard of how much the rent is.
Oh, none of us could afford it.
That's true, darling.
Because like I said, that's like they said, renting one of them scooters was 23 something a hour. I was like, man, I think I'd just go to Walmart and buy a scooter.
To rent a scooter is $23 an hour.
Yeah,
Dang, it's cheaper to go to Walmart and buy one.
that's what I said. Go to Walmart and buy one, and but that's what I said about big as that place is. After 5 or whenever they close down there, they only got one or two places you can go to the bathroom. That shouldn't happen. There should be a public rest stop like a truck stop in there.
Yeah, well, they don't want people who doesn't have a place to live to use their facilities all the time either. So that's why they keep it down. You know what I'm saying?
You know that park police there? It's in DC. That's our oldest police department in the country. That's the way I
I did.
understood.
I didn't know that, but even if they are the oldest police department, they're still the crookedest.
But they said they still have the same uniform that they always had. This cigarette won't stay lit.
Good.
Keeps going out.
Good.
That's telling me to quit, ain't
Exactly.
it? So,
If- I'm looking at it like if I can't smoke, neither can you.
did you quit?
Yeah, back in January, Dip.
Yeah, I didn't know if you quit completely or if you've been having Have
I
you,
have not had a cigarette since the second week of January. Believe me, I want one.
oh, well, if you ain't had one that long, you just might as well quit.
Don't push it, dude.
You
Last
need to
time I
go.
quit this long, the last time I quit this long, the other half jerked my chain so bad that it was either cigarette or killing because I was fixing on doing both.
Well, you just have to go get you a vape.
Go get what?
One of those vapes that you see everybody puffing on.
Oh no, those are supposed to be worse than cigarettes. Those vapes are supposed because what you're doing is inhaling water, moisture. It's going into your lungs and supposedly poking holes through your lungs. I don't know if that's true or not. Have no idea.
Everybody tells me it's got a lot of metals in it, like nickel and copper. And
I've heard that too, so I don't know either. But I do know that I well, I don't know for sure because I've never seen it. But I was told that after you vaped for so long, they can't put you on oxygen because I don't know if it'll blow your lung up or collapse your lung. I don't remember.
you know, I've heard that too.
So my son vapes. He does it a lot. And I look at him and I think, oh my God, please just pick up the cigarette and smoke the cigarette first.
But anymore, I see these probably 18, 20-year-old, and they got these big old vapes. I was like, man. They go, well, it got a big battery in it too. It stays longer.
Well, there's that, but they do have those big vapes. I mean, when they first started coming out, I had one and it was thin, you know, and I thought, well, that'll help,
Cut on the cigarette.
with, yeah, cut down on cigarettes. Come to find out, it didn't help one dang bit because the oil that I had bought or the liquid that I bought for it didn't have any nicotine in it. So it doesn't really help if you're trying to cut down on the nicotine, not quit it, you know.
What? I had one of the ones that they call blue.
I thought about that. I seriously considered buying one of those a couple times and I just never could take my little butt into that store and buy it. I just couldn't do it. Don't ask me why. I don't know. Strange people, I know.
But did you see Mike Penny come on tonight?
I haven't watched Mike Penny for a long time now.
I seen
In
he
fact,
was on Facebook tonight.
well, he's on Facebook and what do you call it?
Rumble?
Rumble, yeah.
Because I can't find him on YouTube like he used to be.
Oh no, they took him off YouTube, and he went over to Rumble.
Yeah, I don't see him on YouTube.
And he's on Instagram.
Yeah.
Now I haven't watched Mike Penny and Lord have mercy. I don't know. I don't know when the last time I watched
Well,
him.
I didn't watch him for about 2 months, and then I said, I just wondered. I clicked over today, and I was like, where's he been? And we looked today, and I was like, well, there he is. He's been on the last hour or so.
Um, you know,
it was a couple of months before Frog, I can't remember his name.
Yeah,
Frog died. Was the last time I actually watched Penny.
that's
He
about
was
the same
putting out
time.
some he was putting out some really good stuff there at one point. And then I don't know what happened. His stuff just went downhill fast. And I couldn't watch him no more. But that's my personal opinion.
Yeah. Well, like I said, that's like I was talking about that group down there now. That's just my personal beliefs, and that's what I said. If they can't come to these platforms, can't say we didn't try.
That's true.
So, you see them get on there and they say, "Well, you must not like freedom." Well, it goes the other way around too.
Yeah,
They can get free advertising the same way they're collecting all their money.
that's true.
They're getting a lot of donations right now. I know they're having to go back and forth, but I only seen one really good person there. Like I said, they gave all their practically half their donations away.
How do they get in donations if nobody knows they're there?
I have no clue. They're getting donations.
Hmm.
But if you go on there and go to Oreo and Taco and Storm Chaser and all them. Storm Chaser, I don't think he's got one, but Taco and Joe and all them do. But I don't know. I know they got expensive to fly from California back there, and I understand that, but there's a lot of things that I don't understand. That's why I said I'm just going to quit talking about them because nobody else is talking about them.
Yeah.
So
Well, did you hear on the news? Well, this is what I heard on the news that California is making it against the law to be a owner operator out there.
no, I didn't hear anything like that.
Yeah, and I think that starts, if it hasn't already started, is starting the 26th of
Yeah,
this month.
but well, I'm glad everybody came on. Like I said, I didn't want to offend anybody, but no, I just thought I'd come on here and tell everybody what I seen today, and not really that much, just enough to anger you.
Oh, yeah, I can see that.
Especially when people won't give you an idea of what's going on about it. But we wait here a couple more weeks, we'll find out what the deal is. We set this long, we can set a little longer.
Oh, that's true.
I guess God will do it on His time. That's the thing. We're all used to getting stuff real fast. That's like a microwave. We'd probably go crazy without a microwave.
Well, you know what? I can live without a microwave. It seems like my boys can't. I'd rather have a toaster oven or an oven over a microwave, but to each his own.
We got one of those new ovens. I'm trying to think of the name of it. I can't even think of the name of it. It's like a dry.
Conventional oven.
It's like a dry oven, or food dry or something like that. But it actually works pretty good.
Huh.
But I don't know where the grease ever goes.
Well, I can't tell you there.
I was like, where's the grease go in that thing? But it must dry it up. Oh, I know. I know it gets awful hot.
Katie's saying it's called an air fryer.
Yeah, that's what it's called. But yeah, I don't know where all the greases go.
Don't ask me, dude. I ain't got one.
Oh, you
I
don't
did,
have one?
have one. I did have one. I think it was an air fryer. It may not have been. Huh. I don't remember because I gave my best friend something. I thought it was an air fryer, but it might have been a deep fryer.
That one we got, the one that we got, it's got 4 big drawers in it. It reminds you of something that would be at McDonald's.
Dang, where are you putting it then?
It sits on the counter. It's about maybe 1.5 feet wide by 1.5 feet tall. It looks like another microwave, all it looks like.
Wow.
But it's our house, it's got about 20-foot counters in it going one way and then 6 feet coming out the other way. So it's a pretty big kitchen.
Well, it sounds like it. No, I
Yeah.
live in a trailer, so a trailer doesn't have that much room. And whenever I was trying to make more shelving, so I went out and bought 3 large racks,
Mm-hmm.
so I could use that for shelving. And then I made a table and put that in there, thinking that the table would be for my computer and craft area. And then I ended up having to use it to work on because of COVID. And then, well, my computer moved back into my bedroom where I really do like it better. And I have one rack now for my arts and crafts stuff. And the other 2 racks are for dishes and food.
Do you have
And
a
that
Sam's?
kitchen is pretty small right now.
Do you got a Sam's Club around you?
Yeah, it's no, we don't have Sam's anymore.
But anyway, Sam's Club, they sell these really nice big shelving units, and they're really nice. My friend bought 4 or 5 of those.
I bought one of my racks. Well, the what kind? A cook rack or something. I don't know what they call it. Came from BJ's.
Yeah.
And then the other 2 racks just came from Walmart. They used to carry wire racks and different types of shelving up here, but they don't carry that stuff no more. So now they'll carry bookcases, but I haven't seen racks up there in a long time.
I know Walmart used to carry some of those metal racks. I don't see them there anymore. Lowe's got some.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I don't see them at my Walmart. I haven't seen them there in a long time. So I really haven't thought much about them, But even the bookshelves up here are not
as abundant as they were. You know what I'm saying about that?
Yeah.
I mean, used to they had 2 or 3 different types of bookshelves. I don't think I've seen but maybe one bookshelf up there.
Does your Walmart stay open 24 hours a day?
Yep.
You know, ours still don't do that. They quit and they never did go back.
Well, a lot of things I wish it didn't do, and that's one of them. I wish they just um stay closed. You know, our Wegmans up here. Um, it's also 24 hours, and to me, it doesn't make much sense having a store open 24 hours, especially in this small town. But hey, what do I know,
I,
right?
I wish ours would stay open 24 hours. It always made it nice when you go shopping at night. There's nobody in there.
Well, see, I used to work at Walmart um down in Paducah, Kentucky, and I used to work sometimes the late shift, and I'd go in there 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, and there were still people in there, and I'm going, wow, you know.
Our
There-
Walmart, I went in there during Black Friday and I said never again. Never did go
oh
back.
yeah, yeah. No, I don't do Walmart on Black Friday either. No, whenever I was working down there, Walmart, almost every cash register was open. And of course, they didn't have self checkouts back then, but almost every register was open. Um, we come up here and they have a little Walmart. And then a couple years after I'm up here, they open up a super Walmart. And almost every register was open, you know.
Yeah.
And for some reason, about 4 years ago, they started cutting down on registers. And then they started putting in those self checkouts. Well, not everybody's going to use a self checkout. I don't like to. I don't get paid for it.
I
So
tried to I tried to use one of those last week and the woman wouldn't even let me use it. She made me go down where the girl was because she goes, "This got to be closed up." And I was like, "It's a computer. Just let me run through there." I only had like a boat plug to plug the back of the boat up to keep it from leaking. And she said no. And then they had one register and the line was probably 50 people in it. And I said, "Well, I ain't standing here to wait there." I just set it down, told her I was setting it there and I was leaving.
well, see that I've done that before too. Um, they wanted me to go into this other lane, you know,
Yeah.
and I looked at her and said, "No, I'm in this lane. I'm staying in this lane." "Well, ma'am, we need you to go in this other lane." I said, "I'm staying in this lane or I'm leaving without this stuff. And you can put it up because I really don't give, you know." And
Especially
she was like,
especially when you stood there already 20 minutes.
yeah. And she's like, "Well, we need you." I was like, "Okay, whatever. Goodbye." And I left the cart right there for her.
I seen a few people do that. But
I, you know, if a person is standing there in line and they don't seem to be in a hurry or anything, why force the issue?
yeah, it don't make sense. But no, I just can't believe I caught some people still up tonight.
I don't even know what time it is, Larry, so you're lucky. It's 1:35.
Yeah.
Holy
Uh,
crap, Larry.
well, it's 1 here. I say we better get off of here.
I'd say too.
That gives me more time to flip through YouTube.
I see I'm staying away from a lot of the news. Now, occasionally something will catch my eye and I'll go for it, but not much.
But yeah, that's like I said. I think now I'm gonna have to dig a little bit harder on something else. Quit watching the other ones I've been watching.
Yeah.
Yep, I think it's time to quit and move on.
Yep, it sounds like it, Larry. Obviously, they don't want y'all knowing. They don't want anybody knowing except for who's already there. So,
Maybe they'll do a John Wayne movie there.
do what?
Said maybe they'll do a John Wayne movie there.
Well, they can still do it. I'm right now. I'm into these Japanese movies that need subtitles. So, I mean, I got into watching this one about. Oh Lord, have mercy! I don't even know what it was about. But they were doing magic tricks and flying and fighting and all this other stuff, and I'm like, okay. But even if when I was reading subtitles, I still wasn't sure what exactly was going on.
Well, maybe if you figure it out, you can tell us how we can get a flying rug.
Pray, Larry, pray for your flying rug.
Yeah, I need a flying rug.
Pray for it. Go to
Okay.
Aladdin. Aladdin will get it for you.
Yeah.
Don't know where he's at, but he'll get it for you.
Or get us a genie in a bottle.
Well, I forgot about her. There is that.
Yeah.
I
But,
Dream of Jeannie. Hey, there's Bewitched too, but I don't think she'd get you a flying rug. She might get you a flying broom.
I can remember it when I was small, you'd see all these old movies come on like Green Acres and uh just all different kinds of old movies would be on it late at night. You can't find that today.
Well, you can, but you've got to have a certain channel on cable, and that channel, if you want that channel, you have to go up a notch. Like
Oh,
right
of
now,
course.
we don't have the cheapest one, but we don't have the one that plays the old movies either.
I like watching them on my phone now.
Occasionally I'll see one like the other day I saw one of Bewitched, and somebody's been putting snippets of Bewitched on TikTok here lately.
Yeah. But for my birthday there a few weeks ago, Edna bought me a telephone case. It's like a stand, but it holds the phone, any phone. But I did a little bit of upgrades to it, and I got it hooked to the wall, or you can hook it to a cabinet, and it just bends everywhere. You can fold it. I said, "Boy, that makes it nice. Nice. You ain't having to hold your head a certain way. It just holds it just like a television."
Wow. I
Yeah,
need one of those.
yeah. I got it for $5. It was on clearance at the dollar store.
Neat.
But it's nice and heavy duty. It's a pretty nice one. But
Well, me.
I appreciate you coming on here too, Lee. I say we better get off of here. Go find something else to do. Thank you,
That's right.
everybody. Thank you guys for all coming up here.
Night, everybody.
Good night. See you guys later. Catch you on the next one.